Let's see.
See if
See if we can get this one.
Yes!
It's the right one. Okay, we can go live. Otherwise it won't work. You won't see this video unless I hit all these buttons, because it's a really stupid process now to set everything up. Anyway, Michael Mechanical here. Today I'm not going to have much time to do much work because I've got to go into town about 5:30. I've also got to get home after. I made a promise that I'm not going to be able to keep. I know that because I'm like, yeah, we're going to get this done by the end of the week. It's going to be running by Friday. Problem is, I've got to get a barbecue out this week, probably on the Tartar, so I have to service that. Tonight I have an event to go to. Tomorrow I have sort of a class. Thursday I've got another class, and Friday I might have another appointment. I'm not sure about that one. I think it is Friday that I've got appointments. So I've got appointments Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and I have to go and attend all of those, and it's every single week. So I'll never have a 5-day week to work on a full-on car. I don't have enough time today to do much on this, nor pull out the welder. So I've looked at the time, and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna have to do as much as I can in a short amount of time. I'm going to start at the top of the car because it's going to be the most hardest to access at a certain point in time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sand it, emery it, sand, emery, you know, and then I'm going to prime it, the surface, let it dry, prime again maybe, or just go from the primer straight onto a paint it 3 coats, and then after that I'm going to put a clear on it. That's to give it the optimal protection on the roof because it's rusting through. I can't make promises because I can't keep them. I apologize for that, guys. This camera is literally my microphone because nothing on this computer. I've spent hours trying to set up the... And I'm getting sick of these cables. As soon as the cable touches the touchpad, it just interferes with the movement of the mouse on this silly computer. I'm not very happy about that. Let's see. Is there any no frame drops? That is excellent. I've never had a not frame dropping stream. This is not frame dropping. It's actually doing pretty well. This stream. The resolution which is not optimal, but I like that resolution because the camera quality is crap anyway. So what I'm going to do during this video is I'm going to sort of try to set up this as I go. Use the air compressor to do the roof. I'm going to sand it ASAP and a bunch of other things. I have no idea how much I can see. I'm going to move the camera view to the side. I can't really do much about moving where the camera's going to be unless I set up this camera, because this one here isn't going to sit anywhere. I can't really go up here and be like, oh yeah, because I need a pole for that. Actually, I have a pole for that. I got an idea. So this is kind of not really realistic. This is kind of stupid at the same time. It's kind of good. It's going to make my life harder. Trust me, I'm already frustrated with trying to get all this stuff organized for this one live stream video thing. I'm going to try and use every single resource I've got available right here, right now. Stop looking for stuff. I feel like there's a prickle in my hand. I'm going to try and set up this camera here. So I'm going to add a new, where are you, video capture device to, okay, set up with not the Zeus, the Logitech. It's going to be weird. So there we go. This camera now works, and we might be able to, oh shoot, I was trying to grab the other thing. So this is kind of what we need. We need multiple cameras to do stuff. And this other camera, I might change its size a bit. I might try to size everything on because this is going to be one of those things like, where's Michael? Where's Michael Mechanical? Anyway, let's put it up here. It's It's a bit too far away. Oh no. I gotta worry about the cables on the ground. All this movement, little camera there. I got. Dang! Okay, I know what to do. I know what to do. I know what to do. I've literally got to bring this as close as I can. Get this overhead. This is not ideal. Ah! I got an idea. I got ideas galore, guys. Because we're not stupid over here in the mechanical shop. But something might get broken. I need this laptop. It cannot get broken. Ah! Everything is a mess. This is a pigsty, this house. It's outdoors. Whatever. It's super friggin' unrealistic to try and maintain this. This is really one of the problems with trying to set up and maintain your environment. It's literally insanely hard to do. Not to mention get the camera set up. So what I've got to do is I've got this round shaft here and I've got to figure out how I'm going to actually anchor this up here and set it up here. Because I don't know if you can actually see up there. It's actually going to be pretty okay. I've got to find some clamp or something. Where's that the big clamp? Why do I have prickles in my arm? This clamp. That's going to be too stiff. Don't tell me. Here we go. I've got a clamp. So, I'm going to use this to hold this up here. This is not really ideal. I'm just going to let it sit there because I need to still undo this as far as I possibly can. Boo. Okay, come on. Ah, the wire! Don't catch wire. God. YouTube, do you want creativity? Let's see. And then we have sort of crappy swing motion, but there we go. We have oh, that's so cool that actually works. So you're gonna see what I'm doing on the roof of the car, guys. When I'm up there, I'm gonna have this up there, set it up. I'm gonna make the first video down here on the ground. I've got to be careful about how I'm going to the laptop to make sure the box doesn't collapse, which it is. Use the solid part of the box, rotators required. So yeah, it's going to be really difficult, especially when I start working on this side of the car that we're on right now, because there's not much room here. There's like this much room. To give you an idea, that's less than 1 meter. And if I put the tripod this way, that's pretty much how much space there is. So it's literally from here to maybe here somewhere. That's how much space is here to walk. It literally, the camera, yeah, okay. This will literally fit in the walkway perfectly. A wheelie bin only just fits through here. So let's see how we do, guys. I can't promise how live I'm going to be able to move the cameras around, but I've got to try and do this as well as I can. First camera video is on the ground, and I started in a minute. And this will be one of those editable videos which I'm going to have to do. So, here we go. Hello everyone, Michael Mechanical here, and today I'm going to be doing some work on the car. Now, I made a promise that I'd get this done in a week. That's not going to happen. And the reason it's not going to happen is because I've got appointments, I've got events happening like one tonight. I've only got maybe 2-3 hours to work on this car now after finding all the equipment set up. And if you're watching the live stream, I commend you. But understand this was difficult to set all this up, and with all these tolerances and everything, it made it really tricky. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk you through what we're going to do right here, right now with the Pajero. So up here we got a ladder, and here we got the roof. And we're going to be working on this roof to clean that up and get all the rust off there and paint it a couple times. One coat of primer, 3 coats of base coat, and 1 coat of acrylic. We've got the compressor set up. It's leaking air up here. It's going to go off soon. We've got this tool here, and we're going to use this to emery the roof as quickly as possible so we don't waste too much time. It's an orbital sound. I was hoping it would just spin, but it's orbital. So I'm also doing an update on my thing, but the rust converter, because one of those things we're going to do anyway. We're going to cut the rust converter a little bit, brush it on or something, or just strip it on there, convert the rust. Then we're going to clean it with the acrylic thinners, all cheap stuff. It's because we're not going to be able to afford to paint this thing properly, and from there we'll go from there. So step one is to maybe dry clean the roof, make sure it doesn't clog up the tool before we get to use it. So it doesn't matter if we have any greasy stuff. I'm just looking for a towel so I can wipe the roof, and then we'll be able to work on the roof. White, it's going to get dirty really, really quick. This is only to prevent it from clogging up the tool. This is actually going to be pretty difficult doing two things at once. There's a lot of rust up here. So when I said we're going to clean off all the rust as quickly as possible, it's because when I'm looking, look how much rust is over here. It's literally not that good looking. I think back there is okay, but still needs all that spots that I've tried to clean, needs it done again, so I literally need to do this as quickly as possible. So it's going to be interesting how we do this. I'll stop it here. That's the very first part of the video. I'm going to clean this and have the camera set up and just do this in speed run. So I don't know what the best point to go is. There we go. Okay, so we're going to start over here and work our way back. The camera is set up and recording already over here. So that's the step-by-step sort of thing. I'm going to do a bucket of water. Bucket of water. No buckets anywhere. Except for this one. So I just spent a few minutes cleaning a bucket of water in order to essentially use it to wet rub the car before I use the dry rub. I'm doing pretty good. The Pajero is coming on okay, even though I haven't really started on it just yet. I mean, it's all in the air. The suspension still needs to be done, the rear brakes need to be done, everything still needs to be done. So I don't have much time today, so I'm going to try and get as much done on the roof and then leave it at that. I have to do this over the next couple of weeks and try to do this with 5 days worth of time. So that's 5 times 8, 16, 24, 32, 40 hours I think. So 48 hours maybe. And that's how much time I've got to put in this. So I'm going to be live streaming using the 2 cameras. I've got my camera on the roof recording already, and I have to edit that video down, basically to try and make a good video and see if I can change the quality, make it really good. No guarantees I'm going to make the video, but I'm starting it. There's no point in ending it here. So I've got to wet rub the roof, and then I'm going to dry rub it so you get it nice and clean. Although the bucket's in the wrong side of the car, I've got to get it. And this is all unlevel surfaces. So let's see what I can do with this. And then I'm going to take this, instead of wasting the towel, this is just going to waste. Now, the reason I said I'm going to wet rub it, the reason I'm only going to do it partially, is mostly because of all this rust. It's just going to clog up the tool, so the dirt's just going to add on to the clogging. So in order to make it so it doesn't clog up the tool, I'm going to try and get as much dirt off as possible before I start sanding. And make my life a little bit easier, I guess. And by wet rubbing, it helps to smooth some of the dirt. Okay, this ladder is officially unstable, but I've got to do it this way, I've got no choice. It's not like I can use these batteries as, you know, stands either, instead of reaching over. Why is the ladder so hard to get level? Because this is not a shed. This is literally dolomite. Come on. Fucking rim. I gotta get rid of the rim. It's literally in the way. Everything's in the way. This is... How can you paint a car when everything's in the way? How can you do anything to a car when everything's in the way? I can't say I know what's going on. I'm going more that way, aren't I? So let's see. If I adjust it more over there, you'll see a hell of a lot more that's happening. I can't promise what you can and can't see. You can definitely see I'm actually doing something. Come on. Now this just drags it a little bit. I just realised the only problem with trying to film this is going to be the camera. I can't see everything that's getting done. Okay, so that's a lot on this side of the car. Now I'm going to try and do the other side. And the battery on the camera up there could run out anytime. Come on. That was a spider. Let's see. Yeah, this is going to be a problem. So, I'll end the video there. Try to fix this up a little bit, the camera. I'll try to do that in another way. I'm going to try and do it from further away. Ah! Using the environment. Here we go. Because that's going to work. That's even better. That'll be facing the right way. Now that I have to be so nimble in order to make a video, especially when you don't have any time realistically on your shoulders. I might clean this water out, it's filthy now. There's the towels on that side of the car, makes it more nasty to reach. Okay. Actually, does it? Oh, yeah. There we go. I've got my paint bucket. Oh, not a paint bucket, but literally my bucket full of water. And as you can see, the paint bucket's pretty full of paint or something. I'm going to try and get up here a little bit. Come on. Yeah, I'm going to put it up here like this, make my life a little bit easier, not much. But one thing I just noticed as well when I clean out that bucket is that all the white paint on the car is washing off with the water. So literally I've got to put clear on this crappy cheap paint. This acrylic is no good. That's why it's not lasting. It keeps washing off. Look at the towel. Do you guys see this? This is white paint. If you can see that, that's the white paint that the car was painted with. Look at that, it's changing. I don't know if you can see that, but that's the white paint. That's what we use to paint the car with. I don't think I should put the same paint on this car. In fact, I don't even think I should do what I'm doing. But it's all we've got. This bucket's turning brown and, well, other colours as well. But I've got to do it because I don't have no other choices. I don't have much else to protect the surfaces with. I'm pretty much wasting my time. This is good for practice and experience, but not really professional standards. I wouldn't call it professional stuff, but we don't have the money for professional. So I got to stick with the cheapest stuff on the market, which is doing the job okay, I guess. Come on! That paint shouldn't be washing off that easily. Shouldn't fade in water. It's literally turning towels white. If I had a white towel, you'd not notice that the paint was coming off. But this is a blue towel. And wherever I've rubbed, it will take off the rust, but it will also take off the paint. The discoloration that I get in the towel is white paint and rust. I think it's only just surface paint, not realistically all the paint. But still, that's just ridiculous. And the next problem is, well, I can do the rear from the rear anyway. I'm going to have to move my way over to the rear. Oh. Oh. I've got to move to the rear. But I'm going to leave this alone as much as possible. Get the bucket over there. I'll take it from the rear since there's a step there. And I can use the step and tire to literally get up here and wet rub. It's just so much. And yeah, I can balance on the wheel because it's actually bolted up there. Don't know if you can see it, but the colour of the water is terrible. In fact, I'll use this camera. Hey guys, I don't know if you can see this. Look at the colour of the water. It's all going white and sort of brown. That's the problem we got. I'm going to have to go and tip this out and get a new bucket and wash again maybe one more time. Or I'll just start doing the work. I mean, it's clean enough. God damn it, sleeves. There it is. Okay. I've got two balloons at home, one SWB and the other one OW, and they need a good clean. Cool! That's awesome. You're going to clean them? So, now I'm moving on to a part where I'm going to end up using the camera up there to film what I'm doing, but I'm going to cover up the laptop because obviously I don't have time to clean it today because I'm going to need it. I have no way to stop dirt and crap getting into it unless I put a towel on it as well, and I don't know how hot she's going to get. She's feeling a little bit hot. I'm going to try and put this over everything as much as possible. I might even close the screen. Problem is, it might turn off the string, which is what I'm concerned about a little bit. I can't really go to sleep. Sleeps, then I've got a problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it up as best as I can, keep the screen open, and prevent dirt getting in. I'll use the upper camera to film everything, and because it's always getting audio from the upper camera here, we'll see what happens. But I won't be able to read comments while it's covered because I'm going to be going on to sanding in a second. So just bear with me. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to towel this up. I've got to mostly cover the fence. Make sure shit doesn't get in there. At least if there's airflow, it's okay, but if dirt gets in there, I'm in trouble. Okay, so that's that. You can only see me through this camera now, guys. I can't see what I'm filming exactly with this, but like I said, I'm going to be moving on to face. This is actually a little bit dirty, this lens. I'm using my finger to clean it, which is stupid, but anyway. Moving on to the next part of the process. We're also going to get up here and boost up the camera. Let's see. What angle can we see? We can see over there. Camera. We should be able to see most of the roof here. And that should be okay. Because I've got to be careful about everything. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, I can check it. I can check it. I mean, there's no harm in taking the side of it off just to lift and see how she's looking. Okay, so we can't see the camera, but we can see a lot of the roof. It is auto or manual. This one is an automatic, not a manual. 4-speed. I have no idea what type of variant this is. I just know that it's built and it's an import. It's harder to get parts for than the standard Pajero, and that's about it. So now I'm using the camera to record, and I'm going to start doing the roof. It's going to get noisy. Oh, there they are. How do I miss them completely? My earmuffs for sound suppression, because it's going to get loud. Very loud, very quickly. Oh no. No. You shouldn't be. These shouldn't be wet. They shouldn't be scratched up either. I'm going to have to learn how to use one of these things. Ah, shoot. I want to start over here. I might start from the back, and it might be the most accessible point. Maybe the side here. Up a step. And that's how it operates. He wants to paint the car, but I'm only painting parts that need painting, the bits that rusty. And I'm going to do three, I'm going to do primer.
I don't want to be leaving my car out in front forever. It's not doing us any good.
Well, I can't work on Dad's car because all the bits for working on it are gone. Dad's fucked up the belly. We think it's got to be.
What do you mean he's fucked up the belly? What did he do?
He pulled the threads out of the intake manifold.
What?
To be tightened instead of loosening it when he was drunk. And he wants to blame me. Michael's fault. Michael did this. Michael did that. Michael did this right. And Michael did that wrong. That's essentially how he was.
He won't learn.
No. Well, I did tell him we should work on the white one, get that one on the road, and keep this one going until the lot one's done. Then take this off the road, have that on the road, drive that around, and then finish this off the road. Because it's too hard to do it while it's needed. I'm running out of time anyway. That's right. I need to find what the fuck it. Where did I put the? There it is. Right, grab the tool as well. I'm gonna rub, clean up the tool bump. Okay, guys. I'm going to clean up the tool a little bit because it's getting blocked up. As you notice, the thing won't stop spinning when I'm letting go of the trigger. It flipped up and then it stopped doing what it should do, operating properly. So what I'm doing is I'm doing the screw on the side that turns it off and using the screw to turn it on and off rather than the little handle. So I've got to clean it and then I can get back up there and do some more. Except I keep bumping the freaking bar. Bar. So sick of these goggles. I hate when goggles do that. It is fucked, the button is. The terminal is broken. I can't do this. I don't think I can. This is stupid. I have the tools and everything. I don't have a knife for this either. Oh, it's frustrating. That tool is broken. But that's the pressure can't keep up with it. So guys, I found some of these emery discs. I'm pretty sure these are the right ones because I got a sticky on the back. I'm pretty sure this is what Dad used. I'm going to use the coarse ones to the finest ones, and then I've got to use a 600 grit later. I've got to see how these go. Okay. We'll check the camera again here. See what people are saying. Yay, there's no one here at the moment. But we're still working on it. The tool got choked. What's the time? 2:40, 2:20. I don't have much more time, do I? I'm running out. How long have I been doing this for? 30 minutes almost. I'm running out of time. I lost my goggles. Can I get the roof done in time or not? Far over. The tool clogs up so quickly it's not even funny. So I have to keep cleaning as I go, which is costing time to get all this extra crud off. I knew I would have to do this a couple times. I keep dropping the ladder too early. I don't think I want to paint a whole car. Not the time you spend on just trying to sand the damn thing. Just there's so much time and effort in this. Trying to get all the so. Okay guys, I'm back. The problem is, tool keeps clogging up with crud. I've now got to start using dust mask because it's literally got so many dark particle vapors. It's been an hour and 20 minutes. No comments, so I can't do anything new. I got to get back to this. The tool keeps blocking up. There's dust particles now starting to get in the atmosphere, and it's causing me to feel it getting up my nostrils. It's blocking up the tool quickly. It's been a bit of a problem. So I now got to get back to this because, like I said, I'm running out of time. Oh my god. These aren't very compatible. Oh, come on!
So, I should really do a little talk, guys, in my video over there before I continue. So I'll stop it and start it in a second. But it's an idea I just came up with.
Hey guys, as you can see, I've spent about an hour working on sanding just this one section here, and as you can see, I'm still working on it and trying to get it about right. So what I started doing was aiming for just those spots, but what I learned with this tool when I was working just this one spot, it was grabbing other sections and it was struggling to actually pierce in those spots, and when I went on an angle, it wear out the corner of the pad and then damaged the tool. So by using the tool properly, I decided I'm going to stroke it backwards and forwards and take out these spots in the car which are unlevel. So I decided I'm going to try and get it all nice and perfect instead, because I need to actually work this. I can't just go full on and try to aim for one spot and just take it out unless I had a belt sander, in which case it leaves a mess unless you can evenly belt sand it out. As you can probably tell with it before we started, it was probably pretty bad. There was plenty of grooves in there. You could tell where I painted, where I did machining and work on it. Now I'm trying to get out the rust as well as the paint that's unlevel, The surfaces are not perfect, so I guess that means you normally would bog this up a little bit before going beyond a certain point, and you'd also be very gentle at that point because you don't need much bog body filler in order to fill up those little dimple holes in it, but you do need to convert the rust that's in there because you're not going to reach it all. That's why they say before you put paint on the surface, treat the surface and then clean it, paint it, do what you got to do with the thinners. Because if you just go straight ahead and essentially paint on it, there's going to be rust underneath and it's going to ruin your paint job. Because I can see here lots of rusty little dimples which I believe is under the paint rather than under the original paint rather than the paint that I put on there. But the paint I put on there wasn't very good. It didn't do a good enough job, and so now I've got to work out how I'm going to do it now. So what I'm doing is I'm working it back and forth, trying to work the whole surface. I'm just going to do maybe one section at a time instead of trying to do the whole roof in one shot, because it's not going to work out. And if I do it this way, it might be a good idea to cover up all the doors, windows, everything you don't want painted, and literally just get the paint and paint the whole roof in one swoop. Now, it's taking up a lot of time, and that's why I'm actually in a bit of a rush. I've got another idea in the meantime. If I do finish this, I'm thinking about coating it with oil. The oil will protect it, and when we come to use thinners to clean it up, it will just clean the surface and there will be no contamination after that. But until then, we'll contaminate the surface to protect it from moisture damage, water damage, and just keep it in a good condition, ready to paint next time. Or we could prime the surface, in which case we can sand off the primer and then work in another direction. I've got plenty of primer. I don't have much paint, and that's all I can look at doing today, is finishing this section here off and then going on to another section another day after a primer. The paint is not going to overspray by much. That's why I'm not actually wrapping everything up, because I was only going to do spots, and if I do spots, any crack is going to go on the dirty surfaces, and then the dirt's going to literally be all it sticks to. It's not going to attach too much, because it's a dirty car, as you saw. It took a long time to get all the dirt off the roof. Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to keep working at this in a moment, guys, and you'll have to see what the outcome for the video is going to be. Actually, not a better idea. Don't record all this stuff. Since I've constantly got to be on the go, what I'm doing is I'm uncovering the camera at the moment. This is half full on charge. It's got a couple hours of footage on there. It's got 11 hours left. I'm going to actually put it on charge for a bit and hopefully recharge the battery a bit, because I am running out of time. I've only got about an hour to start getting ready, and then I've got to go pretty much almost straight away, because otherwise I'm going to be late for a very, very important date. That's what they call it. And the charger just fell out. I'm knocking everything. I need to put this out of my way, otherwise it will be in the way. And also I've got to get this off out of the way so anyone who comes home isn't going to get tripped over by anything. So, there we go. How's the other camera doing? It's doing pretty good. We can see I'm doing a lot of work. This is taking forever. Okay, here we go. We're going to move on to the plan. We're going to not film everything. That's because it's just too much work to film it all. Maybe an hour, show a little bit, maybe not ridiculous lengths. So I think that is too ridiculous in length, that kind of video. I would probably lose 40 minutes of the video, or speed it up, so it's not taking forever. Yeah, that sort of thing. Get this on first.
Wet the surface before you sand it, because if you don't, it clogs up the sand and it'll trick it, because it'll be too dry. That's what I learned. So I'm going to sand this section only, and just deal with what I got for now. This is still coarse. then let's do that thing. At least this way with air tools there's no electricity close by to cause injury or death or whatever. Go again. What do we want to do next? I think we'll finish cleaning the surface out. Getting off all the unoriginal paint. More than the first part. Come on. Go! There's only one spot at the moment left to go. This is almost worn out. And also this, because it's broken, I should get another one. That bloody ingress is so cheap for the paint. It's not even funny. I'm happy with this side. Might stop with this paint. Okay. I know I'm lacking the audio in this live stream, but I'm also running out of time. Let's see what the time is. The time is 2:12. How you doing, guys? It's been 2 hours. It's about the 3-hour mark and I need to be done. So I've only got within an hour to get this done because it's more like 37 minutes I've got to be done in. It's all the time I have left. So,
what I'm going to do is get this camera, see if she's actually charged or not. Oh bugger! Oh bugger, it didn't even charge. The problems you run into when you're trying to do everything. She didn't charge at all, so if she runs out of power, it's bad luck. Ah, you fracking pain in the ass. It's so hard to do these videos. Especially when you're on time constraints and you run into problems all the time. It's just ridiculous, and especially when you're trying to do it as quickly as you can, effectively. Yeah, it's time for me to clean the bucket of water. After that, I've got to dry rub her with a towel to clean her. So I've got to wet rub as much dirt off as possible. Once that's done, then I've got to do the upper rub.
realised that washing is so much. Okay, so I'm still doing this little bit of work, but I just, what do you call it, washed out, rinsed the hell out of the cloth that I'm using right here, and I also did that for the bucket, so I cleaned out everything as much as possible. But because I'm running out of time, and the surface rust's really getting on this car, I've got not really much options other than hurry up and get this done, because this is just not good. Now wherever it is still, that's where I've got to concentrate on getting out the crud out of. I'm also trying to wet rub it as much as possible to get as much dirt off as possible. You should start from the middle, work your way out. I'll leave it at that. I'm gonna grab the camera and hopefully hook her up somewhere that she'll work. Hello guys. I can open up the camera now. It's not much stuff anymore. At least it won't be. Time to do a vlog style video. Hey guys, after about 2 hours, getting close to the 3-hour mark, I've managed to clean all of that over there. Now, I don't see it very much from here. I'm going to be setting up the camera, but I've cleaned it all up as best as I could. It's not down to the paint, it's not down to steel entirely, but bits and pieces are. I'm going to have to stop it here because it's just taking up a lot of time to do all this work. I'm running out of time. It's like one of those things. I think this would take a couple of days, couple of weeks to get completely done. Now, I've got bits and pieces over here I've got to do, but if I think about it, there is probably 9 hours of sanding before you can start painting on just the roof. And if I think about the surface area of the roof, think about all the other areas. If I was to think about the engine bay, there's probably a good 10 hours in the engine bay, but that's with machine tools. If I'm using enough machine tools, it's all ready to go. There's about 10 hours on the, 9 hours on the roof, 10 hours in the engine bay, probably 10 hours per side of the car, and probably about 5 hours on the rear if we were to sand it all back and do all that. Not including the insides of the doors. If you think about it, 10, 10, 10, there's already 30 hours, 40 hours, 45 hours. If you think about how much time you've got in a week, it's close to a week's worth of work in just prepping the body. I didn't include the hood, so I'll say 50 hours of sanding time, and on top of that, there's probably a good 12 hours of painting time, maybe, or less. It's the quickest job of them all to paint, I reckon. So I'm going to be setting up the camera here somewhere, and it's going to be a bit crap, but I've got to dry rub this thing. So I'll do it over here for the dry rub, or maybe I'll just set it back to where it was. I've got to figure this out real quick. Where it was before was the best. I'll just put it over there, be done with this.
dryer up, starting. Okay guys, like I said, I can actually take the whole towel off the computer now, laptop. You'll be able to see a lot more now. The towel's hot. I can now start dry rubbing. Let's get the water off, moisture, and then I can prep the surface. Is the camera in the right spot? Pretty much, pretty close to. Here we go. So now I'm going to start the dry rubbing. I might start from that side and work my way back, because I need to get all the water off surfaces I want to paint and prep. This is also going to take off all the extra bits and pieces. Unfortunately, this towel is actually a fibrous towel and it sucks, because it's just leaving trails of fibre everywhere. Not ideal. So next up, I'm going to get a bottle of some stuff, treat the metal and coat it. Okay guys, how I'm going to do this is I've got this rust converter here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to shake the bottle up. I'm going to splash it everywhere a little bit and be careful not to get it on my hands. Splash it, and then I'm going to brush it and put the bottle to the side, and that's how I'm going to process this. I don't know if this stuff's any good still, but I shouldn't be really putting it on the clean surface, but I'm going to start from the furthest point away. Okay, now I'm going to put it to the side. And then I'm going to brush it everywhere. Oh. I haven't put focus on these spots here, so I'm trying to grab some of this and just coat the spots that I've already started and I shouldn't have started.
Be done with that. Yeah, washing my hand because it's acid, so you expect an acid to do a lot of damage. Now, I've never actually had to wipe off that stuff before, but I might do it with thinners, because I've got to prep it for this stuff. So I've got to leave it for like 15-ish minutes. It's making the metal look like metal. I don't see surface rust anymore, but we're going to run out of time. What's the time? 2:33, that gives me 27 minutes left to get this stuff on. This will at least protect the putty. There'll be 2 coats of putty bark, guys. No. Yeah, I have to Google that. Shouldn't have done what I just did. Oh crap. How many TFOs are there? 110. Five-ish. If air cuts your hand.
Here's some results from a search.
about it. Okay guys, so I'm not sure, but I just got a cut on my hand. Well, more like the skin got torn away from my hand, just because I was trying to rush everything and I disconnected the hose line for the high pressure tooling. And that was because I got to pack up. And because I did that, the skin on my hand, just where the air hit, and I've heard some stories, so I got to be concerned a little bit. Where I'm pointing right here, because the air hit my hand there, the hose went poof, and it hit my hand. The tool didn't hit my hand, the air did, and the air literally stripped the skin from my hand. Now, I could be safe in the sense that it was just the water made my skin weaker and that was just the top layer of skin, or it could be worse, and if air gets underneath my skin and into my bloodstream, that could be very dangerous for my health. I could have something really bad happen, but I'm not sure of the extent, or if it's even possible, or if there's meant to be blood. I haven't drawn any blood. It's a little bit red, but that's about it. Not very much. So I'm not sure, but I've got to be very, very careful. And that was about 105 psi that hit me in the hand. Now, people I know use air tools, they go shh and clean their skin off in the workplace, but I'm not sure. I got to be concerned. So I'm going to have to pack up, guys, and quit while I'm ahead. So thank you very much. I'm going to end this here, stop recording, and see what I do from here.